Hello everybody. Oh, nice. Just started filming and the plane flew by. Okay. Well, welcome to the first video of 2024 on the channel. And today I bring you this Ford Fusion 2020, but it's not my Ford Fusion. This is the second, well, or I guess I should say this is the other Ford Fusion that is a company vehicle. So I got the silver one, that's the 2020 hybrid. This is a 2020 SE non-hybrid. So basically the same vehicle, just with a different engine setup. And I'm not gonna bore you too much with this, but I wanted to make this video because there's some interesting, oh my God, like what the hell is going on? Look at this, one plane after the other. All right. So, and the reason why I wanted to make this video is number one, this one is an SE Ecoboost. So I will put the numbers on the description, but it's a totally different vehicle as far as how it drives, how it feels, how it accelerates, because it's got a different engine. Visually, there's not a whole lot of changes. I think even the wheels are the same. You got this badge, and the reason why it's so interesting to me is I love these comparisons. I love the comparisons between, you know, what made a Ford versus a Mercury versus a Lincoln. What made a GMC versus a Cadillac, you know. I love these comparisons. And also I see that there's some subtle differences, but I think they're significant enough to make a video. There's some interesting things I noticed on the inside, but it looks like on the outside, nothing really. You couldn't tell if it wasn't for the badge, and there's no badge on the fender there. Nothing really obvious that would tell them apart. I see that this one does have a nice gap right here. So mine, silver one, definitely suffered a some sort of a hit. So we will also pop the hood so I guys can show you. And it's gonna honk at me for a little bit right there. So let's see. Let's pop open this hood. All right. So here's what we see in here. Listen to how it sounds. Well, first of all, let's look how it, let's take a look at it. You got the battery in the normal place. It sounds off. There's some clicking and ticking happening. I do like the fact that it has a normal filter, air filter, and this is what I was really struggling with when I would try to get the filter off of the center. Here you got a nice clickable things that unclick and make it happen. You got one reservoir. This one, so I believe, I'm gonna double check on this, but I think this is a 1.5 liter Ecoboost, so which is basically turbocharged. Yeah, look right there. Oh, come on, focus. 1.5. So it's a turbocharged. I'm gonna put the numbers on the screen. I want to say it's 200 plus horsepower, but also a lot of torque. So this engine definitely feels, you know, I mean, I'll show you that it feels like a freaking rocket, especially compared to the hybrid. You got no beauty cover here. This is odd. You still don't have strut. And look at that. Oh God. This is not a. This reminds me of a town car. With all the leaves and crap inside. Look at that. It kind of hides away that you don't even see it in there, but it's definitely there. So let's see, from the back, well, it's closed, but anyway, well, from the back, let's see, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Now this is somebody's work car, so don't judge it too harshly. Let's pop the trunk just so I can kind of see. All right, not a whole lot, so but this is a full trunk, so you don't have the weird hump. And once again, please don't judge. This is a work car. Nobody cares about the work car. But yeah, you don't have the weird hump, so you do have a full-blown trunk. This is an interesting thing. So I refueled this car, and this one you just push to open it. Where the hybrid has an extra button right here. So that's odd. And you see this one, was made in 2020. So it's the same year. You have the same, so it's a black interior. This one just so happened to have a factory floor mat. So mine did not get the factory floor mat. And this is where, you know, from the first glance, you get exactly the same interior. It's all black. You got really nothing that would distinguish it. You do have dual climate control, the same thing. You do have the nav system, which I was surprised. You do have the lane keep assist, and you do have the smart cruise control and the auto windshield wiper. So the last year of the manufacturing, they really, you know, just gave it a lot of good options. You have the dual screen. Let's see. Yeah, you see, this is so odd. On this vehicle, I can turn off all the lights. On my car, I can only click it to here, and then there's something blocking it. So I don't know why. Don't understand. Don't know. All right. So let's see here. Number one that I found to be very interesting. It's got the same display. Here you have the, you know, the analog gauge in the center, and then you have the two wings coming off of the screen. But these are different. So first of all, on the right, let's see, you only have 3 features. So you don't have the extra, you know, eco or whatever, the fuel economy thing. So you have less things in here than you do in a hybrid one. You have a clock right there. But you don't have the distance to empty, which is always present on my hybrid one. So that's kind of weird. Well, okay. Over here, so you do get a different tachometer. Let's see, can I zoom in? Yeah, you get a different tachometer setup. And look at that. You have a real gauge for temperature and fuel. And then you can kind of scroll through it. Okay, so I have that. And then the RPMs, you see how it kind of changes? So you have a much different setup. You know what? I think I'm way too zoomed in. There you go. Distance to empty is here. Oh, you know what? I wonder what the fuel economy is. And you can kind of see it's got a few extra miles. It's got 52,000. Let's see. How do I do this? Oh, there you go. Trip 1. Oh, 27.7, 28. Okay, so you have trip 1 and trip 2. Here you go. 28.1. Engine on due to steering wheel maneuvering. That's odd. So I'm just, because I'm maneuvering the steering wheel, the engine needs to be on. So this one's got 28.1. And then the rest, yeah, the rest is kind of similar. It's a little different graphics. Yeah. So, and also like down here, everything is the same, but it's got 2 different buttons. So it has the S mode, which also lights up right there. S, and then it kills the auto start stop right there. And then you can turn it on here. Okay, activated. Okay, deactivated. Okay, so I guess it's kind of on by default. Yeah, so that's really it. But now let's go for a drive. So he's got the same thing, exactly the same features, backup camera, all the sensors. See, so this was me being kind of curious as far as, you know, what is the hybrid to non-hybrid. And once again, you know, sitting behind the wheel, with the exception of a few little things, you don't notice. But man, when you step on the gas, even in the non-sport mode, you feel it. And I'm kind of shocked by a difference in the hybrid versus non-hybrid performance. So let's see. So this is the non-sport mode performance. I'm going to come to a stop sign right there, and I'm going to kind of punch it. Okay, while we wait for the traffic, I also wonder. Oh, okay. So the on-off engine auto start just kicked in. All right. So check this out. All right, here you go. Now this is not even floor. This is your regular performance right now. Keep in mind, I understand that this is not a rocket ship. This is not a, you know, Porsche or a Lamborghini. But you have to remember that I'm coming from a vehicle that I don't think it's capable, even if I floored it, it's not capable of doing this. So here's what I'm gonna do now. Now there's a school zone coming up, so I'm probably not gonna do it. And you see, as you can see in this neighborhood that I pulled in, it's a garbage day, so you can kind of see a lot of interesting thing. Although, you know what? No, it's not a school day because it's I'm filming this over the Christmas/New Year. By the way, this is the middle school I went to. So, for those of you who are around here, you might recognize the building. I'm not going to point to the name, but this is the middle school that I went to. Well, quite many years ago. And I also wondered, did anybody ever change that filter inside this glove box? I would bet a lot of money that if it was changed once, probably many, many years ago. All right, so I'm going to turn on the S mode. You see the S mode activated? And I think this is when you get kind of the full-blown performance thing, which it holds the revs. And I kind of like this tachometer. I wish, I don't understand, why do they have to program, look at this. Here, let's see if I can just zoom in a little bit. There you go. So mine, this display shows to the left. And then this display, all right, well, anyway. So they have some subtle differences. I don't understand why would they want to, have two different displays programmed, but all right, so here you go. Oh, wow. I got a little wheel spin there. Holy crap. This is one fast machine compared to the hybrid. I want to post some stats on it, but yeah, it's some serious fast performance right there. Now, is it going to compete against some fast vehicles? Probably not. It's still a 4-cylinder. I need to turn the little heat off there. And yeah, all of this stuff is exactly the same. No difference in the color scheme or in the equipment and the interior. Yeah, I don't really see. Like I said, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't have the fuel release door here. But yeah, so you get a lot worse performance for fuel economy, but you trade that into the 0 to 60. So okay, so this says 431 miles to empty. Obviously, it isn't a full tank. I actually just refueled it for the guy who's driving it. But I mean, on mine, I can get, I think, almost 100 miles more on the same tank of gas. I'm also guessing that the gas tank sizes are different. But wow, oh wow, I'm not used to this. I guess I am glad that I got the hybrid version. This car is a little bit more beat up. It's got more miles. It's again, I would love to just steal these floor mats, but I'm not gonna do that. I guess I could always just order them, but yeah, so there you go. Just wanted to share this with you. I guess also another thing, which kind of brings me to the point. So all of this is exactly the same, but look at this. His software is up to date as of, 2.5 years ago, while I actually went through the pain and suffering of using this automatic updates, connecting it to Wi-Fi, which I'm not going to do right now because it literally took me, it literally took me a week of driving with my hotspot on the phone activated in order for me to achieve that. Yeah, they should have thought this through. There should have been some sort of a easier, faster way, or do just, I know these cars are capable of having a wireless hotspot that's built in. There is a way you can pay to have it activated. They should have just let it go in the background somehow, because the doing the updates are just hell. Yeah, so check this out. Wow, so it holds gears and it goes. And keep in mind, guys, I am not trying to get a ticket. I am just trying, it's 50 miles, speed limit here. So I'm not really trying to do it, but wow, off the line, this thing has some powerful acceleration. And the brakes are normal here. They don't grab, like they do on a hybrid. You don't have all the hybridization stuff here. So you don't have the brake coach. You don't have all the the leaves on the right-hand side. That's just not one of the options here. But wow, like in general, I am just blown away how much faster this thing is. So basically you're trading, you know, what, like 40, what, no, 50%? Well, more like 42 to 45% MPGs. Let's see, where is it? There you go, fuel economy. So here, they just have, okay, engine on, do the normal operation, and here. Yeah, so 28.1, which is normal. Like, I used to have a Camry with a 2.4 liter engine, you know, Ecoboosted or whatever it's called on the Toyota side. That would get about that much, but here you get way faster performance out of this machine. And you get, you know, way less emphasis on the MPGs versus like everything else. Yeah, but I'm kind of also interested how they got the gauges that are all different and stuff. So there you go. You got your RPMs and your temperature and God, I'm sorry, I'm just clicking. There you go. Yeah, I like this tachometer. I wish this tachometer would be transplanted. Plus you have two ways of viewing your gauges. You have the temperature and you have this. All right, folks. Also, just wanted to let you know I am filming on a new phone. I'm filming on a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. That's the one with a bunch of extra cameras. My beloved Galaxy Fold 4 broke. Something with the screens, the outer screen and the inner folding screen not syncing up, and it gave me a lot of problems, and I just decided, you know what? It's a new year, new me type of deal, new phone, new car. Yeah, so maybe I don't know if you guys will notice any differences in the graphics in the picture quality, but yeah, new phone. But everything else is the same. So, all right. So again, just a little tidbit. This, whoa. S. This is where it's all about. This sport mode right there. That is some serious. Oh, and it automatically turns off the auto start stop. Okay, that's kind of interesting. But even without it, if you press this, I mean, it calms down a little. It doesn't hold the revs as much. And once again, I think this is a normal transmission. I'm not sure. I need to double check. I mean, the gear lever is the circle thing is the same. Yeah, so I think it does something, obviously, with the mapping of the transmission. But all right, everybody. Well, yeah, that's what's up. Still driving my Fusion. Oh, forgot to mention, the Lincoln Town Car is now $5,800. They went from $7,501 to $6,800 to now I think it's $5,800. It's a fire sale of Acura at Highland Park if you like the town car. It's amazing. It really is. I don't understand how they can do it or why. Well, I understand why. They want to make every penny in the world, but it's just, it is such an odd thing to upmark the car like 3 times in hopes that somebody was getting it. I'm so glad. I think it's the reasonable price for that would be like $4,000 at a dealership. Assuming they did something. I mean, it needed an oil change. I didn't tell them about it, but it does need one. I mean, they could just look at either the sticker or just pull the dipstick out. They probably never gonna do it though, and I feel bad for anybody who buys it as far as the price goes. I mean, yeah, for $3,000, I think it's decent because you need to spend some money doing it. Well, anyway, like fixing it up. But anyway, there you go. All right, everybody, we'll see you with the next one.